Easter Island is one of the more or most remote places on Earth that is inhabited, and it contains about 1,000 statues known as Moai. So Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, I think is the actual name of the island, has all these statues on them, and very iconic and something that is instantly recognizable for everybody. So that is our chess piece du jour. That's what we're going to be doing. I went ahead and Googled some images there, and after Googling those, I was able to take a piece of clay and I came up with this exciting little fellow, and here we go. So that's what we're making today. I've got a piece of 1.5 inch square bar already hot in the forge, so there's some heavy pounding ahead of me. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Thak from Thak Ironworks. Here we go. So this is a big piece of steel, and I'm not using the power hammer based on the way the shape is for this, so there can be a lot of heavy slugging for me. I think the overall shape on these things is relatively straightforward for a forging process, but I guess we'll find out. I've been surprised before. So here we are, partway through, making good progress here. What I'm trying to do is get some more height on the nose. So I left extra material widthwise this way, and now what I'm trying to do is nudge material up into the tip there to try to get more nose. So that's a pretty fiddly part. I might actually just leave that for now and move on to some of the more basic structures there and come to that, back to that near the end. Overall, I think things are working out quite well. Let's just see how it continues. So I'm gonna do the lips on here. I'm gonna start low. And then shove it up. It's cooking my hand. Wow, that's throwing a lot of heat. This is the best time ever. Glad I was able to share it with you people today. Wherever you might be, whenever you might be. Fuck! Moving on. All right, so about an hour and a bit into the process, and I'm getting pretty hot and a little bit tired, and this piece has heated up a lot. So I'm gonna let it cool off. I've got a couple other issues I need to deal with in my life. I come back to this after lunch and we'll put the final detail in. But so far, I'm pretty pumped. It's coming along quite nice. I think it's gonna work. I want to work on that nose, get it sculpted a little bit nicer, and then just work on a couple of the other details. But I think we got the basic geometry of it working pretty well. So, see you soon. Okay, we are back. And now moving to the vise. So I can do some of the finer detail work. I'm trying to nudge steel down the nose. Still trying to get some more of a point on the nose. So I think I'm gonna call it. I could do a lot more fine tuning on it, but to be quite frank, I've got other things to do in my life here, and I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I'm just going to let it cool off, cut it off there, and get it onto a base, and I think we will call that one done, close enough. So I'm very happy with that. So we'll be back in a little bit after I get a base on, and we'll do our final festivities. So see ya. All right, so I put a base on here, welded it did some grinding, and then I put it in the forge and I brought it up to a white heat until it was really starting to actually burn the surface because I wanted to scale up. I really liked kind of when I was working on it, it had a lot of scale on it, and it kind of looked like the rock, the actual Moai on the island there. So I thought we're gonna go with this one with a really kind of hairy, crusty finish on it. So there we have it. This will be our first rook for the chess set. I have ideas for the other three that fit into iconic sculpture of an international flair, as I realize we're starting to jump all over the world in different times and places with our chess set here, and kind of getting an interesting cross-section of the history of the world as it pertains to sculpture. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I won't tell you what my next ideas are for the chess pieces. I think we've got another four or five more to do, something like that. But you gotta stay tuned and stick around and see what's coming next. And if you haven't up to this point, then please subscribe, please like the video, and also, if you feel so inclined, if you like this content, it would be helpful if you would support our Patreon page. So check all that stuff out. So that's it for now. Thak out. See ya!